Eve, good job, thumbs up. I see buy and sell, huh? That's not a bad idea, but I have no background in buy and sell. Even though we're not in it for the profit, we can't be in deep red, or it will be suspicious. No matter how we edit our ledger, buying high and selling low will be suspicious, especially a word of mouth. If someone talks about it, we can escape being investigated. I know, boss. I'm searching for a broker who has dealings with Hunter. Okay, but I think it's better if we can sign a contract with them. But for now, do you have a warehouse location we can purchase in cash? I have found 3 location, boss. Take a look. The first one is interesting. It's in a good location near the Jorge Market. Why is it cheap? This place should be a good place for a warehouse and therefore should be expensive. Why is it cheap? Do you know why? According to data, I gathered the owner needs a huge amount of money to pay for a gambling debt. I've watched and observed the owner's action the whole day, and all I say is he's pathetic idiot. He used his company money for gambling, and lost big time. Now he can't pay his employees, and the casino is asking him for his debt. I see. Well, we can take advantage of, what did you just said? Watch and observed him. Boss, it's easy to hack their CCTV. I not only observed him, I also observed the casino he was indebted with. The casino is definitely connected to a mob. So the owner of the warehouse is in a panic. He needs a lot of money fast, so he's selling his warehouse below market price. Mob. Is that going to be a problem? Ark asked. I don't want trouble for me and my family. Not until I have a way to protect them. I'm still too weak. No problem, boss. Thumbs up. I hack into their secured server and download all their illegal activities. I can just release all that in the public before they become a problem, and I think their appearance there is also a good thing for us. Why? Their appearance will keep the good guys off our noses. Let them attract all the attention of the cops, allowing us to do business in peace, and beside our warehouse is far enough from them to interfere with us. It's also one of the reasons they didn't just take the warehouse from that pathetic guy. They want all their business close to each other. Well, I don't understand the reason for all that, to be honest, but I trust you, so let's do that, said Ark, shrugging his shoulder. Schedule a meeting with the warehouse owner tomorrow. And one more thing, order a computer system and have them delivered here. I need to keep my appearance of being a stockbroker to my sisters after all. No prob, boss. Thumbs up. Ding. New mission activated. A new mission. I didn't expect a new mission this soon. ###mission ### full pulifshulvid FG plural job R10 TFWL. Rewards number 120 energy unit #glowing star. Human manager #glowing star. Human guard X2 #glowing star. Human secretary failure 80 energy unit. Removal of one random item owned by the user. No new mission will be issued for 100 days. Nice rewards. But the failure is also bad. Minus 80 N plus 1 random item removal if I lost both 80 N and Eve. I'm F at #K. By the way, what do you mean human? It's a human clone that has specialized skill sets. 9 replied, oh, so it's a glowing star rank human clone, huh? I guess they are perfect. Run the business I'm opening. I guess it's time to use that glowing star enhancement serum. Will I turn to be a superhuman? Hee, let's hope so. Ark said in his mind. Ark went upstairs to his bedroom, laid on his bed and opened the system storage. He clicks on enhancement serum. A silver injectable vial appeared in his hand. The whole vial is pure silver metal, so can't see what's inside. He took a deep breath and injected it into his arm. For a while, nothing happened as he was about to ask the system. He felt something in his arm, felt like a hot liquid traveling to his veins. It started slow and getting faster and faster, and when it reaches into his head, a sudden pain hit him. Then he blacks out. My head. He felt like he's been drinking the whole night and now he had a really bad hangover. What the hell? Vu lomp pn juro omovu gfok esmiayu, vu immcl aramovu kazims frt vu jfllvmh cut. Vu immcl qphv wemprius fiovu jarchul. FRT nakneal vu vfsul emru. ARDFHO, vu immcl vifchu. Vu armoahad fgifhc lokelplofru Mr. Val dfhu ruch frtardfho vu bplo armoahad ofo val jv mu gmtwl lok frt vu lorkel. Shit, what's that smell? Did I just poop and roll over it? He immediately took a shower. In the shower he noticed that all the scars he got in the last few years is gone. He also noticed that his skin is smooth. Shit, how am I going to explain this to my sisters? After showering, he removes all the bedding and replaces it with a new one. When he went downstairs he noticed that both his sisters are gone. He took a quick breakfast and checked his status. Status Arc D Grand Strength 3.5 Fiao 2.9 Endurance 4.1 Intelligence 3.9 Skill. None. Whoa, that's some increase. System display my old stats. Strength 2.1 Agility 1.8 Endurance 2.0 Intelligence 2.8. Wow, my strength increased by 1.4 points, not much compared to endurance that increases by more than 2 points. My intelligence increased by 1 point. Well, I'm close to being superhuman. User stats will continue to increase in the following days. The serum strength is too much for the current user's stats. On 10.67% of the serum has been used, the rest are being stored inside your body. 9 said, this is just the beginning. Well, when I think about it, it is glowing star rank after all. Good thing my body didn't explode from injecting too much energy. The user should stop reading too much manga or reading too much shoujo novel. 9 synthetic voice rang on his head. The serum is not made of high concentrations of energy but of an evolutionary bioengineered substance that enhances the genetic makeup of carbon-based life form. 9 explained, right, whatever that means, I'm not interested in it. As long as it is safe and can increase my stats, that's all I need to know. Though I understand the theory, I don't have any interest in it, so I won't ask any more explanation. It's just a waste of time for me. Right, time to go and meet that pathetic owner of the warehouse. Of course, before he met with the warehouse owner, he needs some preparation such as bag, right? I need to buy some bag. He made a quick detour to a mall, choose a relatively big backpack. He also went and buy some clothes, after all he needs to look the part as well. He looks into the mirror, looks good, he didn't choose any fancy clothes, he just chooses a good brand of jogging pants and a windbreaker and a plain white shirt and also a good brand of running shoes. He looks like a rich kid going for a morning run. In his mind, I only need to look like someone with money. No need to exaggerate it, fancy clothes will only backfire for him, plus it's comfortable. The meeting is already been set, Eve took care of everything, their meeting place is a relatively fancy restaurant near the town center. When he got there, the owner of the warehouse is already there. He recognized him immediately since Eve shows him his pictures. He walks there. Mike Lee has been nervous ever since he received a call from a woman interested in buying his warehouse. Mike knows how important this deal to him, it's literally life and death for him. So early in the morning, 2 hours before the meeting time, he was already on his way to the meeting place. Angel's Resto Bar is quite a famous place, many rich young men and women hangs there during the night, even he himself have been here a few times before. Mike sits in the table, he ordered a coffee and small breakfast consist of bacon and egg and some toasted bread. He drinks the coffee but no appetite for eating. He waited until 5 minutes into their agreed meeting time. He doesn't see any lady coming into the restaurant. Then he noticed a young man with a backpack on one shoulder coming in his direction. He checks the young man out. He's wearing a pair of black jogging pants and a jacket. He noticed the brand Frost. Frost is a relatively luxurious brand and quite famous for the upper-class teenager. Ark got in front of Mike's table. He greets him. You must be Mike. And you are. Didn't my secretary called you last night? Ark said, oh, I see. I didn't expect you to be so young. Please sit down. By the way, I'm Ark Grand and you're Mike Lee, correct? That's right, said Mike. Can I have you something? Mr. Grand. Don't be so formal, Mike. Call me Ark. I'll pass on your first offer. Well, then Mike, I'm not the type to beat around the bush. Mike swallows his saliva. Of course, he calls for a waiter to clean his table. So, Mike, you're selling your warehouse on 38th Avenue. I won't ask why since I'm not interested in it. 300K UG credit, it's not a bad number, but considering the condition of the warehouse, it's still on the upper side, don't you think, Mike? Actually, it's already below the market price. Any lower than that and I'll be losing too much. I see. Ark looks at him and said, then I'm sorry to waste your time, Mr. Lee. Ark tried to get up and leave. Mike panic a little, he sighs, please sit down, Mr. Grand. I'm willing to lower the price a little. Ark smile and sit down again. He looks at Mike, who already sweating a little. He laughed in the inside, he felt great looking at Mike. Normally he can only look up to a person like Mike. If not for the system, he would still be killing himself working. Mike, let me give you an offer. I'm willing to pay 320k UG credit if you include all your contact and previous data of all your transactions. Mike looked at him and said, that's not a problem. Those things are useless to him anyway without his warehouse. What are you planning on doing with the warehouse anyways? No need to answer if it's inconvenient. No, nothing like that. In truth, I don't have a plan just yet. Acquiring your company data is just a whim on my part. It may be useful or it may not. So do we have a deal, Mike? Haha. Of course we have a deal. Excellent, thumbs up. Should we finalize our deal here? Let's move to a more private area. Mike call a waiter and ask to prepare a private room for them. The waitress bows and asks them to follow her. They went to the third floor, which consists of private rooms. They choose a room with a view, sat down and ask the waitress to leave for now. Mike takes out an envelope with documents on it as well as a tablet with data on it. In order to purchase land, there are two steps: of physical documents and electronic documents. United Land Statistics Office is a government agency responsible for all transactions regarding real estate in the United Government. It may sound complicated, but actually, the transaction can be completed in a matter of minutes. Mike passed the documents to Ark. Mike already signed his part. Ark looked at it. At the same time he was talking to Eve in his mind, he was asking Eve if the documents are in order. One can never be too careful after all. When Eve confirmed the legitimacy of the documents, he signs his name and other information. When that's done, he also input his information on the tablet. Actually, all he needs to do is put his SSS number on it, but it's not done yet. A confirmation on both parties need to be submitted. After submitting the documents, Ark passes his bag to Mike. 320k UG credit, it's all there, you can count it. Mike accepted the bag and opened it. He saw bundles of 100 UGC bills separated by a band that says 10,000. Ark prepares all this last night. It took Mike around 20 minutes to count all the bills. It's all here, I've verified it, Mike said. Then he calls the USO, confirmed the transaction and hang up. 2 minutes later, Ark and Mike received verification from USO that the transaction has been finalized and completed. Mike pass him a USB drive. He said that is all the transaction history of his company. He also mails him all his client and contacts information. Ark took the USB while smiling at Mike and said, shall we order now? My treat. Mike smiled and said, let's concluded our deal with a toast. Mike called the waitress, ordered some fine wine, while Ark also ordered some food. 10 minutes later the food and wine were served. Mike opened the wine, poured it into 2 wine glass, then Ark and Mike raised their glass of wine and made toast, clinking glasses ding. Mike offered to pay for the meal but Ark refused. Mike didn't stay for long. After they toast, he makes some small talk and left. Ark stayed for a while, eat some food while talking to Eve. Boss, all preparation is complete. I'm ready to register a business. Give it a name, boss. Grand Trading Corp.